Well, guys, there is an all-new stock on the block that I am starting to buy extremely heavily because the market opportunity in front of this company and the very cheap valuation are making for a potentially explosive return opportunity over the next 5 years. I know I talk a lot about Nikola Motors, Plug Power, and all these other clean energy and EV stocks on my channel, but this stock that I'm about to talk in this video has an extremely similar opportunity, except that all this company makes is software through artificial intelligence that increases the optimization of various industries and provides a monumental value proposition. But as usual, guys, before we get into it, make sure to drop me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So the stock in question is C3AI. Now, this stock was probably one of the hottest IPOs back in 2020. As you can see, this stock back then was actually trading at well north of $180 a share, and now it's trading at around $19 a share. Well, the simple reason for that is because we have just seen a complete demolishing in the valuations of high growth tech stocks, especially for unprofitable companies. And as a result, no matter how good your business has performed, your stock has gone down over the past year. We have simply seen a valuation correction. Back in June, C3AI actually reported a beat in both the top line and the bottom line. And by far the best part is that not only is this company growing revenues at a very healthy rate of around 30 to 40% year over year, but their free cash flow is extremely close to profitability. Although the past 2 years have been very volatile because of the economic conditions, they're now at a negative 14 cents free cash flow. That is extremely impressive for a company with an enterprise value of only $1 billion. And why is that? Well, because this company has $1 billion in cash and cash equivalents. That is a ridiculously good balance sheet for a software company which doesn't need to invest in all the capital expenditure of factories and manufacturing and tooling. Instead, all they need to do is invest in R&D. And the best part is, as you can see, the valuation has significantly compressed since the start of 2021, since the IPO. And like I just showed you, the business has significantly improved. And to truly understand what this business actually does, I'm going to let C3AI's own CEO, Thomas Siebel, walk you through exactly the opportunity behind this company and what they do overall.
Now, this can be a bit difficult to get your mind around, but if you think of a single integrated AI software solution that provides in one package the union of the functionality offered by all of the AI software companies that you are aware of, say Palantir, Dataiku, DataRobot, Databricks, DataStax, Alteryx, TensorFlow, etc. That's what we offer to the market. We do this across an increasingly wide range of industries, delivering high-value solutions to some of the world's largest and most iconic organizations, including agribusinesses such as Cargill, banks and financial services firms such as Bank of America and FIS, manufacturers such as Georgia Pacific and Philips, aerospace and defense organizations such as the United States Air Force, Department of Defense, oil and gas companies such as Shell, ENI, and Baker Hughes. We have chemical companies such as LyondellBasell and Flint Hills Research, and energy and utilities such as Engie, Enel, Con Edison, and more. These applications today provide billions of dollars of economic benefits to our customers. In addition to enterprise AI applications, we provide a software platform, the C3AI Suite, for designing, developing, provisioning, and operating any enterprise AI application. The C3AI Suite is unique in the AI software world in that rather than providing one or a few AI features, it provides our customers all of the software features and services necessary to design, develop, provision, and operate virtually any enterprise AI application, all in one cohesive, coherent, integrated software platform. This saves our customers time, money, and risk.
As you can see, although the terminology can get complicated, C3AI essentially sells a model-driven AI platform that any company who has no experience with software can use to improve the efficiency of their processes. This can be applied to utility companies, manufacturing companies, oil and gas, government, retail, you name it. All these traditional industries can leverage AI and move themselves into the digital transformation phase which is obviously going to be crucial for these companies to stay afloat. And in reality, there is no real competition for C3 AI because there's no other company that integrates everything into a patented model-driven architecture with multiple different use cases. And because of that, C3 AI has actually been named a leader and won many awards in the machine learning category. And not only that, but even some of the biggest private companies in the US by the name of Koch Industries have increased their contracts with C3 AI after they realized that the value proposition for their software is immense and it's actually saving the companies a lot of money. And not only is the private sector realizing this, but even the government recently awarded C3 AI a $500 million agreement over a span of 5 years. This is very impressive for a company that's only doing $300 million in revenue annually as of today, which obviously should lead to a lot of shareholder price appreciation over the next few years as this contract is executed. And for those that might be saying there's a lot of competition in this space from Microsoft, Amazon, and all these other cloud platforms, well, that is not entirely the case because C3 AI's platform actually sits on top of something like the Microsoft Azure or the AWS system. And because of that, Microsoft actually partnered with C3 AI and one of the oil and gas giants by the name of Baker Hughes to create AI specified for the oil and gas industry. And I'm sure that many people in the clean energy sector disapprove of oil and gas companies in the modern era, but the reality is that in the long term, we're going to need these oil and gas companies to succeed because we're still going to be heavily reliant on natural gas, coal, and gasoline to fuel our lives until we can transition to that fully renewable electric grid. And from a fundamental aspect, customer growth at C3 AI has actually outpaced revenue growth, which means that in the next few years, there's a very high likely they beat analyst estimates, which will obviously result in some pretty significant shareholder appreciation, especially as all these inflation worries get thrown out the window going into 2024. And with a 2023 revenue guidance of around $308 million, that puts this stock at a price of sales of only around $6.2, which is quite cheap if you compare AI to some of its nearest competitors like CrowdStrike, which is trading at a price of sales of 24, Zscaler, which is trading at a PS of 21, and even something like Snowflake, which is trading at a ridiculous valuation of 32. And that's not even accounting for the fact that C3's balance sheet is better than almost all of those companies. But as usual, guys, make sure to drop me a thumbs up if you found some value from this video. I think this is a very interesting company to own in this market right now. Although the share price has been going down, the opportunity is clear, and the path to profitability within the next 24 months is pretty significant and could result in a pretty big pivot around the sentiment of the stock. And because of that, I think the stock can be a 2 to 3x within 5 years. But as usual, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.